In a distant future, humanity had reached the zenith of its technological prowess. The stars were no longer distant specks of light, but stepping stones in an ever-expanding empire. Humans had colonized countless worlds, engineered life forms to suit their needs, and unlock the secrets of faster-than-light travel. Yet, for all their achievements, they had also sown the seeds of their own undoing. The story begins on Elysium Prime, one of the last bastions of human civilization, a glittering megacity suspended above a dying planet. Its towers pierced through, clouds thick with industrial smog, while neon lights bathed the streets below in artificial hues. In this world, nature was a forgotten relic, replaced by towering arcologies and sprawling factories that churned out goods at an unsustainable pace. Despite the outward appearance of prosperity, cracks were beginning to show. Dr. Alara Voss stood at the edge of her laboratory's observation deck, staring out into the void beyond the city's atmospheric shield. She was a brilliant astrophysicist, known throughout the galaxy for her groundbreaking work on quantum entanglement drives. But lately, her mind had been consumed by something far more troubling: the growing evidence that humanity's time in the cosmos was coming to an end. For decades, scientists like Alara had warned about the consequences of unchecked expansion. Entire star systems had been strip-mined for resources, leaving behind barren husks devoid of life. Ancient ecosystems had collapsed under the weight of terraforming projects gone wrong. Even the once vast oceans of Earth had turned into deserts of salt and toxic sludge. And now the very fabric of space-time seemed to be unraveling due to the overuse of FTL technology. Alara clenched her fists as she recalled the latest report from the Galactic Council. They had dismissed her findings as alarmist rhetoric, claiming that humanity could always find new frontiers to exploit. "We'll adapt," they said. "We always have." But Alara knew better. There was nowhere left to run. Her thoughts were interrupted by the sound of footsteps behind her. Turning around, she saw Commander Arlen Kane, a grizzled veteran of the human stellar fleet. His face bore the scars of countless battles fought in defense of humanity's dominion over the stars. He approached her with a grim expression. "Ilara," he said, his voice low and urgent. "I've seen the data you presented to the Council. You're right, we're running out of options." She nodded solemnly. "And yet, they refuse to act. They think we can keep pushing forward, but we've already pushed too far. The damage is irreversible." Arlen leaned against the railing beside her, gazing out at the polluted skyline. "There's talk among some of us, whispers of abandoning this galaxy altogether." Alara raised an eyebrow. "Abandoning it? To where?" He hesitated before answering. "To another galaxy. One untouched by our mistakes. We've discovered anomalies in deep space scans, wormholes that might lead us to places beyond our reach. It's risky, but it's our only chance." Alara felt a surge of both hope and despair. Leaving the Milky Way would mean starting over, leaving behind everything they had built. But staying meant facing certain extinction. Was there truly any other choice? Over the next few weeks, Alara threw herself into researching the wormholes. Working alongside Arlen and a small team of trusted colleagues, she uncovered astonishing possibilities. These cosmic tunnels weren't random occurrences. They appeared to be remnants of an ancient civilization far more advanced than humanity. Whoever or whatever they were, they had left behind pathways to other galaxies, perhaps as a gift or a warning. As preparations began for what would become known as the Exodus Initiative, resistance grew within the Galactic Council. Many leaders viewed the plan as reckless, arguing that humanity should focus on repairing its home rather than fleeing. Riots erupted across the colonies as people debated whether to stay or go. Some believed that leaving would absolve them of responsibility for the destruction they had caused, while others feared it would doom them to repeat the same mistakes elsewhere. Despite the turmoil, the project moved forward. Massive Ark ships were constructed, each capable of carrying millions of passengers and enough resources to establish a new society. At the heart of every ship was a prototype engine designed by Alara herself, capable of navigating the unstable wormholes safely. On the eve of departure, Alara stood aboard the flagship Erebus, watching as the final preparations unfolded. Around her, families boarded eagerly, clutching their belongings and dreaming of a fresh start. Others lingered outside the docking bays, torn between hope and guilt. Arlen joined her on the bridge, his eyes reflecting the glow of the engines, warming up. "This is it," he said softly. "No turning back after this." Alara nodded, her throat tight with emotion. "Do you think we're doing the right thing?" He sighed. "I don't know. Maybe we're just delaying the inevitable. Or maybe we'll learn from this. Somewhere out there we might find a way to do better." With those words, the Erebus and its fleet of Ark ships launched into the void, heading toward the nearest wormhole. As they crossed the threshold, the crew witnessed sights beyond comprehension, vast nebulae swirling with colors never seen. Before, stars arranged in patterns that defied logic, and entire planets glowing with bioluminescent life. But even as they marveled at the beauty of their new surroundings, a lingering question remained. Had humanity truly escaped its fate, or merely postponed it? Only time would tell if the lessons of the past would guide them toward redemption, or repeat the cycle of ruin. Far behind them, the Milky Way faded into darkness, its scars hidden by the vastness of space. Too late to fix it, humans walked away from the galaxy, carrying with them the weight of their legacy and the fragile hope of a brighter future.